What would you want parents to know then, as far as coaches?
We both sacrificing time.
I miss Black Friday. I did Cyber Monday so I could be at the gym. When you come in the gym and I'm asking you for effort, you may not know how much effort I'm putting in to even ask you for some. They practice.
That's why they winning.
Huh?
That's why they winning.
Huh?
No sacrifice, no victory.
Yes. You are held to a certain standard because you chose the occupation you chose. But the other end, though, I'm still a
Yeah.
person.
Don't dehumanize me.
Welcome to Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host Tae.
Now that Wacky Wednesday is over and I'm back in my seat, I feel better. Don't you?
It don't matter.
You don't feel comfy?
Yeah.
For sure.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm real good now.
Okay,
yeah.
there you go.
I'm straight.
I was wondering. So today we're gonna talk about when coaches are human. You know, a lot of the times people feel like we're these untouchable figures, or we're people that don't really deal with life, or we're people that always have the answers, or we're people that don't deal with burnout, etc., etc. Um, but you have to see the humanity in everybody that plays a part in the game. That's players, coaches, fans, refs. You know, so we're gonna talk about the humanity of coaches today.
I like it. Let's go. Let's do it.
So we got something big we're gonna share with y'all.
What
Okay.
we talking about, please?
We are hosting the, as far as I know, the first Mississippi Black Creators Podcast Summit, and it's gonna be on July 18th in Oxford, Mississippi. We're gonna bring everybody together. We want all the podcasters, all the content creators, and the entrepreneurs from across the state to pull up on us and enjoy a good time.
Good
Uh,
time. Good
for sure.
time.
And if you've been wanting to grow your platform, learn how to monetize, or just connect with other creators in real life, this is for you. You get that promo code from one of the podcasts involved, you can get $25 off of VIP access, and you're
Woo.
going to want that. Look, the
25?
$25 off,
25. Man,
big
can't beat
ones.
that. Hey.
Can't beat that. Now, official tickets will go on sale May 1st for everybody. That's general admission and regular VIP tickets. But remember,
hmm
that promo code is over April 1st. All right, so don't miss your chance to be a part of this amazing event. Tay has entered the realm of coaching. So, you know what I'm saying? He can give some actual coaches background today. I'm excited about that. We can have some true coaches dialect today. Um, and we're gonna start with like some personal, like slash professional stories. So I know you just get into the game, but just a personal story about how you're human, or you notice that it's a struggle to continue to be human as you've entered coaching.
I can't give you too much because like we just been practicing and stuff, so everything just been smooth. I've just been learning, trying to get everything that I can. So I really can't give you nothing right now. I'd probably give you something like midway through the season. I enjoy it. I thought I would be more calmer as a coach, but no, ooh, I'm kind of intense. I try to keep it, balanced, but when it start getting competitive, yeah.
Because
I still got my competitive drive. I tell you that much. Yeah.
Cause I want somebody to go back, or I might go back and see. Cause I remember you being like, oh, I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? No.
I lied.
So so for the people, and you know what? I like that you're a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but for the people, as a new coach, explain to them why for you that's hard for you to do. Why is it hard for you to go out there? Because we all said it or still say it or whatever. but you don't know until you're out there. You know what I'm saying? So kind of tell them why that's so hard for you to do.
I realize I still love the game,
Mm.
like a lot. I try to get in every drill I can, and just I don't know. It's still therapy.
Mm.
Might had a bad day. We got practice. I ain't gonna, Of course, I'm gonna try to better your kid, but I ain't like going crazy on them. But I thought I was gonna be more calmer. Like, no, you do it like this. No, come on, bro, you gotta get it. Like, I'm just like, like, but like they get it for the most part. But like, I'm still competitive.
If I didn't love basketball, I wouldn't be coaching it. You know what I'm saying? So if I had a bad day as a human, and we in practice, and it does feel good to release that energy. You know what I'm saying? You got to check the competitiveness.
Yeah,
You know,
can't
you do.
you can't let it all way out.
Yeah, you know, because it's a thin line. Because yeah, you're going to war too. You know, you're a part of this team. You're the head of the team. But it's a different dynamic. You know, so you got to check your competitiveness because in practice you may be able to, do this and do that, but game time, you know,
You gotta dial it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And which
But I don't go too crazy. I think I done
you
probably
ain't did game yet. You said you just did
Yeah.
practice, so I'm ready to see that.
I'm already very mindful of that though. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it in check. In practice, I only gave him like 55 of it. I ain't went too crazy.
Just 55.
Yeah, I ain't went too crazy.
I feel you. You know, for me, I speak on the personal. I never thought I would say I've been coaching for a while now. I do enjoy the fact that I can say that I'm very young in high school coaching. So, you know, I can still claim some youth.
You is young for high school coach.
Yeah. I was very young for high school coaching. And again, to the people that gave me that opportunity, I'm forever indebted. You know, I don't think I've gave my flowers to Christopher Suggs. That was my AD at the time.
Shout out Suggs.
Yeah, he gave me that opportunity and saw in me. So I'm appreciative of that. But throughout my years, man, that's my thing. I started coaching so young. I started coaching, I started coaching AAU like fresh up out of high school. I started helping my old coach, and I would go to the practices and help the girls at the school. So I knew that was kind of the realm I was wanting to go into. That's what I was kind of studying in college for and stuff like that. But even with AAU, I was a kid growing up with aspirations to help other kids be great in basketball. You know what I'm saying? But that's taking on a lot of responsibility. You have parents that are entrusting you with their kids, and with AAU you're traveling, you know what I'm saying? My first original groups of AAU were boys. That experience was amazing to me, because I got to experience so much. Shout out to the parents that allowed me that opportunity. The guys, I got to coach some great guys, man. Some real talented guys. We had a good team.
Your first ones.
Yeah. But I was young though, man. And you talking, you know what I'm saying? At the time, you talking a young coach that's working, McDonald's and stuff. I ain't got my degree yet, so man, I'm trying to figure out gas to make sure I get to practice too. You know what I'm saying? And then, going through all that to try and get there, and then we going places. I told you I've experienced going to tournaments. When I've had kids that I had to help take care of financially. I have barely brought money to financially, you know what I'm saying?
Take care of yourself. Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
I'm looking at my wallet like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I'll say though, getting into high school, it was a different ball game because I felt like I chose an institution where let me rephrase it. When I did get the job originally, I did join an organization that was willing to allow me the opportunity to grow and learn as a young coach, and saw within me what I could do when I got it down pat. Right? I told you it's a business side to everything. Business side to everything, Suggs isn't there anymore. So Suggs is gone. And he was the athletic department. I don't care what nobody say. Christopher Suggs was Ashland's athletic department.
Shout out Suggs.
Yeah. And what a true athletic director looks like, and what a true athletic director does, he did. Plus, way more than he should have. And I found that out on the back end, because this is the thing about the politics of it. The politics of it is when you everybody got to be on one accord. Everybody got to be a team. That's we talk about this as far as our podcast, that the stuff we talk about can be applied in life. So when we talk about being W teammates,
young terms,
you know what I'm saying?
W teammates.
That's across the board. You feel me? So when we apply that to life, when it comes to an institution, everybody got to be on board. Coaches got to be on board with AD. AD got to be on board with, the people in the central office, etc. Everybody on one accord, and we have a thriving program. You know what I'm saying? Down to the players, coaches, parents, etc. Right? Boom. Well, it was really Suggs shielding and protecting us from everything that they was trying to do. They get rid of our protection. Now it's like if you took a house animal and threw him out in the wild and was like, hey,
figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? So when they took him away, I had the experience being a young coach that had just got their degree, that had been doing. I had a great stint in AAU with the teams that I had. To feeling like, I'm going to have that same thing. I had the middle school boys my first year. We did great. I think we went 10-2.
Shout out to the team.
Yeah, I think we went like 10-2. And then I get the girls. Our first year, we improve a lot. I'm expecting the same thing next season. But that's when the cookies start to crumble. That's when everything starts to dismantle. But then at the same time, though, you have, as a coach, you deal with kids that you want to shield from those politics and just coach and experience a good life and give them good leadership and mentorship, despite all of that stuff, you know? But like you said, what if you do have a bad day? What if you do, this and the third? I experienced losing one family member right at the beginning of my stint in Ashland and one during my stint in Ashland. So for coaches or players or refs, families, whoever, everybody's human that's in this sport. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about how you properly try to navigate that and also show people that coaches are human. People try and hold, we talked about that with Tip. People try and hold you to a certain standard, which I agree with him to a certain extent of, yes, you are held to a certain standard because you chose the occupation you chose. But the other end, though, I'm still a person.
Yeah. Don't dehumanize me.
Yeah, I still want to be treated as such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So first thing we're gonna talk about, we'll talk about players. So what do you think that players often forget as far as about their coaches when they come into the gym?
I was your age once.
Mm.
I was your age once. I get it. I was your age once. I get it.
What you see, like that makes you say that? Cause the way you say it, I feel like you felt that hard or said it a couple times.
I just get it. Cause
Like,
like especially with doing this, I be like, I just pay attention to him. I had one come in the other day. I could tell. I was like, nah, this ain't gonna be no good day for him. And it wasn't. I just went on like, you good? He said, I really ain't here today. I said, I feel you. I get it. He said, no, you don't. I said, I was your age once. I get it. I said, just give me effort. That's all I ask.
yeah,
He said, I got you, coach. For sure, we good.
yeah,
Yeah. I get
yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, like you said, to understand that we've been there and to understand that, like adults go through a lot. We do our best to make sure that you don't see
it, yeah. Make sure y'all don't see it, but hey, whatever you think y'all going through, hey, it get a little heavier when you get older.
So when you come in the gym and I'm asking you for effort, you may not know how much effort I'm putting in to even ask you for some.
You preaching.
I give you an example of effort. When my first year there as a assistant and as a head, probably the other years too, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody struggled with the ideology of giving up their or part of their holiday for basketball. Like when we put out the summer schedule. Oh no, I'm sorry. We got vacation June the 10th through the 14th. We can't be there. We'll be in Florida on the beach. Or, oh no, we can't do Thanksgiving break. We'll be here. Or we can't do Thanksgiving break, period. It's our Thanksgiving break. Or we can't do no part of those 14 to 16 days of Christmas break. It's Christmas. But, you know, No coach ever says, "Hey, on your Thanksgiving day or your Thanksgiving before." I've had people say to me, like, let's say the Friday. You know what's the Friday after Thanksgiving? Tell me, you black.
You said what's the Friday after Thanksgiving? Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Oh, we can't practice on the Friday after Thanksgiving. That's Black Friday.
Black Friday don't start at the 12.
No, Black Friday is that Thursday night. It starts that Thursday night at 12.
Yeah.
We can't practice that Friday. It's Black Friday.
Like I said, I ain't experienced none of this shit, so I'm just getting isms.
But my thing is, my thing is, what I'm going to say as far as the experience is this, okay? My family celebrates Thanksgiving. My family celebrates Christmas. Ingemar's family, they celebrate Thanksgiving. Shout out to Ingemar for that 5th championship in a row. Ingemar's girls, I want to get Coach Trent Adair. I want to get some of the girls. That'd be great because that championship mindset, that championship work ethic. We be talking about throwing stuff in the air, and I'm throwing it.
Yeah,
I'm going to name a couple other ones here in a second.
That's a great group, though, right there.
But Ingemar girls and Coach Trent Adair, that's an adult that has a family, they celebrate Thanksgiving. I celebrate Thanksgiving. Do you, Coach?
I do.
Okay.
Celebrate and work on it. So what you talking about?
I celebrate Christmas. Do you celebrate Christmas?
I do.
I'm sure Ingemar. I'm sure. Shout out to Stark for both teams going down there and handling business. I'm sure down there in Starksville. You know what I'm saying? I shout them out. I was born in Oktibbeha County. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I want to put that out there.
You was from Ripley.
I was born in Oktibbeha County. They heard what I said. They know what I said. They know what county I'm talking about. And I was born there anyway.
Ripley,
Mississippi. I ain't never denied that. I just wanted to say where I was born.
38610.
That's definitely Blue Mountain. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anywho.
I miss home.
They celebrate Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they also do? They also do during their break.
Hey. Practice.
They practice.
That's why they winning.
Huh?
That's why they winning.
Huh?
That's why they winning.
Oh, okay. I had to check the mic.
Yeah.
And so.
Why they coming back with gold and you sitting at home looking like a troll?
Who said that?
They coming back with gold, you sitting at home looking like a troll.
So, for me, I come to the gym Thanksgiving break. I could be with my folks too. I said we got practice. I said we got practice this day, that time. Get it to the gym. Nobody.
Just you?
Sometimes you have a couple people come.
Mm.
You know, now my first year, they as an assistant, they really struggled. My first year as head, I had a few. It got like gradually better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they started to understand. You know what I'm saying? That. But my thing is, what confuses me as a human, because as a coach, we're supposed to be these all understanding people.
Mm-hmm.
When we're not winning games, human to human here, why do you get to come at me? I miss Black Friday. I did Cyber Monday so I could be at the gym for practice. I didn't say, hey, you don't get to do Thanksgiving. No Thanksgiving. No Christmas. Scrooge. Ebenezer. Hey, the teams is going to Jackson.
They parents getting them there.
Did you say parents?
Yeah.
I know you're not bringing in parents, Tay. Not Tay.
Hey, listen, I'm on the side of right.
Not Tay.
Nah, but we been good. I'm just saying, like I get it now.
But now,
Cause
like
it's my listen. I'm sacrificing my time too.
exactly like you told me that you transitioned beautifully. Now,
Yeah.
so what would you want parents to know then, as far as coaches?
We both sacrificing time. Like y'all, listen. Whatever y'all finna miss, I'm finna miss too. I'm here with them too. And we have some decent length practices. Drop them off. Come back and get them practice over with. We got them. Since y'all don't want to miss nothing, we gonna have them 2.5 hours. So go do your Black Friday. Go and get it out the way. And come back and get them.
I love the concept, and that's the thing. If you find, that's why we do the podcast. If you gotta find, you gotta be the right coach with the right philosophies, which I feel like you're gonna have, and you gotta find the right kids and help mold them and have that philosophy, and have parents on board that want to do the same thing. Because if you don't, because my thing is, I've had like, what bothers me as a human, because we're being human. Human. Okay. Let's say practice is from 5 to 6:30. You get your kid there at 5:30. Don't let me hold them till 6:45.
Be alright.
You say that.
I don't know, but I ain't listen.
But my thing is, I'm saying,
I don't
to
say
your point
listen,
of being
I'm not gonna say
team.
nothing when you have a day where you can't get them on time.
Yeah, then you just hear I said press her at 5. They got there at 5:30, but then get upset. You here till 6:45.
He missed 30 minutes. I'm finna hold him for 15 more.
You know what I'm saying?
You still win. I feel like I should have held him the extra 15.
So my
But
thing
go
is,
ahead.
yeah, but my thing is, it's just like like you said, the human side of it, and them understanding that we're both sacrificing. If let's say we do stay 15-20 minutes over because we see something that we might need to get this right.
Listen, we are sacrificing.
Yeah.
Cause guess what? I'm put it like this especially for the parents. Now that I'm in it, like I'm more understanding. I try to stay open minded about everything. Like if we go on a losing streak, I'm like, hey, y'all play the part in this too. Lil John couldn't come to practice because he ain't had no ride. We got a group. We let y'all know 2-3 days ahead of time, and we let y'all know earlier in the day before practice. Remember, we got practice at such and such time.
Even when it comes to the summer,
why
can't you vacation in July if we practice in June?
Yeah,
or vice versa. Why does vacation have to be during the 1 month we play? It's 30 and 30. It's 50-50. Give me 30 days, you take the other 30.
That's all you. Guess what? I gotta work in the morning too.
Dead week in there somewhere.
That's what I want parents to understand. Like they humans too now. So like,
but the parents that get it,
shout out to them,
are in Ingomar. They're in Starkville. They're in do I need to pull up the list? Who else we had win from up here?
Olive Branch.
They in OB. They get it.
Tishomingo won.
They get it. They get the teamwork that make the dream work.
Yeah, they got some dogs too on their team too though.
Cause they got that teamwork that make the dream work.
You know who I'm talking about? Hey, she a dog.
But she a dog of many dogs, a lineage of dogs.
She a dog.
Shout out to one of their dogs. She at Middle Tennessee. Shout out to Macy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Macy from Inglemoor. Yeah, playing at Middle Tennessee State and just won an award up there. Yeah, so yeah, yeah. When you understand the sacrifice, when you understand that everybody is human, when you understand that even though we are human, we still got stuff we gotta do. Man, you just talked about that off camera.
Facts.
So we just kicked off our Hoops and Headspace Academy pilot. All
Um,
right. Yeah. And
um,
that pilot group is focused entirely on the mental side of basketball. It's a virtual training where we focus on confidence, handling pressure, and staying sharp on and off that court mentally, man. That's what we doing on there. And
so
you can join from anywhere because
it's online.
there you go.
It's
And
online. Yeah,
it's just for
we
players.
online right now, ain't it? Online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's online. Look, he old.
yeah,
Online. Yeah.
online.
Anyway, and it's just for those players who really want to level up that mindset and their game. Now, that pilot group is full, but the full academy will officially begin this summer. So stay tuned for that info and those reviews from that pilot group so you can
Gonna
be
be
ready to
where you
join
gonna
that
put it
summer
at?
group.
Where you
I was watching Transformers last night, and it was something that caught me. It said no sacrifice, no victory.
That simple.
That simple.
So my thing is,
We all sacrificing now.
and you know something,
It's a
in that sacrifice, we're gonna have emotions and frustration.
Oh, yeah.
All of us.
We human.
All of us.
Mm-hmm.
So that means as a family, you may just I'm tired of practice. I want to go on vacation. I'm tired of practice, games. I want to do this. I'm tired of it's Thanksgiving break. I want to this it's a break. We all feel that.
And guess what? I gotta go home and go over game plan.
And then the same way that you may feel frustrated about it, and the same way I was talking about you may crack, but you don't fold, I may come into practice in a pissy mood because I'm tired of it too. I've been getting up. I gotta get up earlier than you. I gotta come open the facility. If the facility cold, I gotta try to figure out how to warm it up before you get there. The facility hot, I gotta figure out how to cool it down before you get here. You know what I'm saying? So I may not come in the best of mood. You gotta understand that as me being a coach. The same way I gotta understand if you do it as a player. The same way I gotta understand if as a parent you upset tonight because this the third time I done held them over. My mom's sorry. We just ain't got it. I'm sorry. You right. You got a life. You got
like
stuff
this.
you gotta do. Let me get
If
them
I don't
back
go
to
over
you.
this, you gonna be yelling at me 10 times worse come this weekend.
But we all gotta have that understanding.
Man,
Me
like-
understanding you been upset. Me holding them over. You understanding that coach ain't holding them over to hold them hostage. Gotta get them right for the game.
Mm-hmm. We just gotta be more understanding, more open minded.
Yeah.
And remember, like, hey, we all human. We all have our days.
And losing games ain't fun.
I ain't doing this to lose. I did not sign up for this to lose.
But you know, I don't care who toes I step on when I say this. When you have a losing work ethic,
you gonna lose.
winners think, oh, it's somebody. I've heard people say this, that it's somebody in the gym at 4:30, so I'm trying to be there at 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
That's who win. And ask their families how much time they sacrifice. Ask their families because look, we talk sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely talk basketball, right?
Facts.
when we sitting there Thanksgiving and Christmas at the house
They
eating,
they got a whole game.
guess what?
On
We turn the TV on
to watch them. Yep.
So you know what? If you want your child to be in there 1%, let's go ahead and start preparing for that. No, they ain't missing Thanksgiving yet. They're not missing Thanksgiving yet.
Mm-hmm.
But they might miss that Friday after. They might miss that Monday, Tuesday before it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got to practice.
Listen, Thanksgiving on Thursday. We practicing Monday and Tuesday. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did I say it like you're not coming to pick them up? After
Yeah.
they're going to miss a couple of hours.
That's it.
During their break. If the plan is for them to miss the full holiday.
Yeah.
Because that's what the plan is, right? Because if the dream is to go pro, if the dream is to play in college.
Yeah. We gotta get some work in now.
You're sacrificing.
Yeah.
And what people have to understand about coaches is they are the head of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as you think you sacrifice, come on now. When the game is over, you get home, it's family time. Somewhere in there, because I had to do gym stuff while I was at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or I may bring the jerseys home but got to prep for the next game or calling and checking with this coach for film for that. And you don't know how many arguments I've had within my household as a coach about coaching. Because that's all you do. Then you come home and it's film this and talking to other coaches that and going to other games this and
Mm-hmm. Trying to win, man.
I'm doing all this for me to come practice and you not to come because it's Black Friday or whatever.
Mm.
I have to have I can't see. Fact check it. I can't see. I gotta have a doctor's appointment for my eyes. We gotta go to the dentist. Like everybody else, twice a year.
Go grocery shopping.
Got to go grocery shopping.
Don't be a parent.
Don't be a coach as a parent.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Easton done came to a few practices.
Okay, so my thing is,
mine here, and he ain't even old enough to play.
I'm putting in my time. I'm making my sacrifices. So that's been the hardest thing for me as a coach. That was and I'm glad that I talked to Brad. Shout out to Brad Werner. That we had a conversation that he really gave me some clarity on coaching and moving forward. I have to have peace in the fact that I did my part. And I can't control what other people think or feel. But yeah, so my thing is everybody has to understand that everybody is human and that everybody's going to have their days where they don't want to come to the gym, where they don't want to sacrifice their time. Everybody's going to experience that. The coach, the player, the fans can even be like, oh my goodness, they game at this time. Mm-hmm. Everybody goes through an experience where they have the burnout, they have the mental days, they have the moments where they might crack a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got to be there for everybody. Thanks. And while we're giving flowers, I mentioned that I lost a family member right when I got to Ashland. Mm-hmm. And my kids were always there for me. Always there for me. So shout out to all of my kids that were there. A lot of their parents were there for me. And then when I lost my aunt, we had just ended the season. And, I talk about the whole everybody being a team, everybody having everybody back. you know, uh, they what Thug say? What Thug say? What he say? Wham sent money to Thug. Pluto sent money to Thug. My kids was there for me. A lot of their parents was there for me when I lost my aunt. My administration was not there for me. My administration did not send no money to Thug. Literally, they took money from Thug.
That's
I missed some
crazy.
days and they took money from Thug. But my kids and they folks was there for me.
Shout out to them, man.
So the thing is, when you do have that good team all the way around, even if you don't, even if it's just between you, the players, and the parents, even if it's just you, the players, on the back end, when you do see each other as humans and you're there for each other as humans, like I said, I don't know where I would have been if I wouldn't have had them there for me through them times, to take my mind off of it, to do the things that they did. I gotta I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm gonna put it right here in this episode. My girls got me a gift, like a 3D thing, and it's a picture of me and Quavy.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? They didn't have to do that.
I wish players understood, like, they just like seeing them and like especially when you have like a good day of practice, like, man, y'all don't understand, like, bro, y'all saved me today.
Yeah.
Like, I having a rough day till I came in here.
And like you said, as far as the going back to the beginning, you said having a bad day and the competitiveness, like, sometimes you can accidentally get into practice and it be so good and it's taking your mind off of life as a human, and time done slipped and
like, man, I don't forget what I was, man. I done got out here.
We done did our drills, we done did our practice, we scrimmaging or something, having a good time, and my bad.
I'm talking trash to
y'all. My bad,
like,
my bad.
I was tripping.
Don't cuss me out today.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? The same way, I need to understand not to cuss you out tomorrow because you might have something to do.
Because you running late, you done got out late from work, and he
30 minutes late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
we all got to be on one accord about being humans before we're coaches, athletes, players, fans, refs, whatever. Yeah. And when we truly understand that about each other and give each other that grace to be that.
If we make that the main goal, like, main understanding, hey, we all human. I understand we all gonna have our days. Like you said, let's just have that grace. And
because I told you I'm big on accountability. Like, I'll say one of my things I talked to Brad about this, like, what Cam say, I love that fact check. I'm gonna have to ask him if I can have it.
No.
He
gonna tell you no. You can ask him, but I just gonna ask him so he can say no.
Okay. But one of my things was,
I give you an idea that you can do. So,
I didn't.
Yeah, but it just came to my mind.
I didn't allow, when I first got there, I saw my kids as humans, but all I was thinking about was the end goal, like how good we can be. So I'll say that I'll take accountability for the fact that, I was like, hey, basketball is life. We got to be in the gym. We got to work. Forget it. I ain't never say you can't do Thanksgiving, you feel me? But hey, we gotta work. And I never took into account.
They still human. Like, hey, they might need a break.
What I'm saying?
Just because you trained to, like, just work.
Yeah.
Hey, it's an adjustment for them. Hold on.
Yeah.
And
you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to overwhelm them where you push them away.
I really had to understand they came from.
They ain't come from your area.
We don't do practice during.
Yeah.
We don't We don't. You know, when I started putting time on the clock, and you can ask my kids for real. When I started putting time on the clock, and it was like when the buzzer went off and they didn't make it, and I put the time back up there, and I was like, that didn't count. What? Don't count. I was like, nah, you didn't. You didn't make it in time. They was like, what? But they were used to. I mean, I'm not sure what the time symbolized. There was time up there.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what it symbolized because they were used to.
Probably time like you do this for you do.
You
this
know, when I
for
make
this
it
long.
through. When I make it, no, this is on sprints.
Sprint. Oh.
The buzzer go off. People make it when they make it. The next sprint is up. That's what they used to. Well, when I got there, not only do you have to make the sprint.
Everybody got to make the sprint.
How did you know I was finna say that, Tay?
Because they don't understand that. We had one the other day. I made it. We said, okay, and what's the name didn't make it? He said, what they got to do with me? I said, also, I see you bigger than the program, huh?
Who said that?
He said, no. I said, it's all right then.
Now they don't only have to adjust to, I got to make the sprint.
Everybody got it.
She got to make the sprint too?
Yeah.
He got to make the sprint too? But, like, that's what was throwing me. And that's where I take accountability because I couldn't adapt and adjust to meeting them where they were. Because I was like, where do I meet you at without going against what we need to do?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. We need to learn the concept of making sprints individually because you have to understand as an individual, if I don't cross the finish line in time, I didn't win. That's a fact. Because with basketball, I told you, guess what? At the end of the game, what's the fact?
Whoever got the most points wins.
That's a fact. And in order to have the most points, that means that whoever plays the most efficient game
win most times.
So whoever prepared the most efficiently
wins.
So if we're not out here preparing efficiently,
we're not gonna win. Hey, you gotta listen.
And so now then I only have to learn how to make it individually and reframe that mindset. Now I have to also
make sure my teammate
make it. Now I also have to learn how to crack but not fold and be there for my teammate while also still holding them accountable because hey, I'm not finna run these all day for you.
Get with it.
Come on. Then now for the ones that won't come on, they also got to understand that if you won't come on,
you gonna continue to run too. But now we make it and we gotta run for you. And if you don't feel for your brother, I don't want you on my team.
And you just made my point. If we get to the point of not want you on there, this is an accountability moment here. Mm-hmm. If we don't want you here because you won't do your job, accountability is that you take that. And guess who else need to take that, your folks? Because they have to understand that you're a part of them not being present when they wasn't present to do whatever. You're playing a part.
Black Friday got in the way.
Hello, you're playing a part of coming at me about the few hours that I have them, but now I say something about them staying after, so we can work
and correct a few things. And yeah,
hey. You the last one to get them here, first one to pick them up.
Like I said, I'm.
But yeah,
I got the answers to the test already. That's what I feel like. So, I've been around a few coaches, so I know what to expect. Yeah, and know how to. So yeah, I studied before I jumped into.
And that's that's the biggest thing. Yeah. Me,
I came in. I'm a little seasoned.
You know me. I was like,
what you was like? What 22, 20, 23 when you jumped?
When I first started, when I originally started with A, I was like 20, 19, 20.
Yeah. I'm jumping in 8 years, 28. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
look grown. So
yeah,
you were going through life at the time. So
yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
Shout out to you. So yeah,
but you know,
I got some isms already. So.
But I had some. I've experienced some great people that saw me as a
Mm-hmm.
human, allowed me my opportunity, and I appreciate them. Like I said, I take a very long time naming everybody. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
got
got
some
you.
players and some families that you know forever in my heart because they did see me as a human and treated me as such, and I treated them as such, and we had a great experience. So, yeah.
Mm. I mean, shout out to Coach Lawler. Coach Lawler told me a long time ago. He said, you gonna be a coach. I said, no, I ain't. I said, I ain't got the patience for it. He said, you gonna be a coach. Watch.
And here you are,
Here I am. Shout out to Coach Lawler.
for sure. And now last thing we're gonna talk about communication and self-esteem stuff for coaches because that's essential. Like some stuff for coaches that they can do to help their self-esteem and some self-care things they can do for themselves and uh, ways to communicate properly with their parents and players. So, what's some advice that you got as far as some self care to make sure the coaches take care of their self esteem and confidence?
Like I said, I just got into it, but like I ain't gonna lie, I done had some days in practice where like it was one of them days for me. But just getting out there, like you said, practice get good, start getting competitive, and then I ain't gonna lie, my kids talk trash. I ain't gonna let these kids talk a lot of trash. Oh my goodness, coach, you ain't like that. Boy, I will embarrass you. Quit playing with me. And then so like then I got there, get to playing with hooping with them and stuff. So I forget like, hey, good practice, y'all. I appreciate it. The other day they had me tired though.
Yeah.
Went around, we broke it down. Coach Gray, you got something to say?
That boy said,
Good job. Lungs on fire, boy. But
hmm.
yeah. So that's all I really got. You really need to be answering this last question. So
Mm,
give me a ism.
um, my advice for players, as far as me, coaches, as far as keeping their self care, as far as to keep their confidence, self esteem. Um, the same way we tell players, like going back to our previous episode about being the one, the same way we tell players to keep confidence in your training, keep confidence in your preparation as a coach. Now, if you one of them coaches where you don't, because we talk about players and parents, if you one of them coaches that prioritize your life over coaching and you don't make the sacrifices and you don't practice like you should and you don't, do the film and you don't prepare these kids for games or at least try to, then, y'all losing games, that's on you and you gotta be cool with that and you gotta be cool with what come with it. But if you're a coach that does put in the time, you do make the sacrifices. You do the film studies on your own. You do the team film sessions. You do the practices. You put in the work. You have the playbook. You did all the game planning. You did your job. You gotta have peace in that, and you know what I'm saying. Go on. And one thing that Tip said that he gave advice on: leave it there, man. The best you can. Rico said it too. The best you can. The best you can. Leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bring practice home. Don't bring the game home. Just
Yeah.
leave it where. Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Like I said, I done been around some. We done interviewed some great ones. I've been around a great one for a minute. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. I'm happy you're entering the
Yeah.
realm.
I think I'm gonna stay the assistant though. Like I really like the
Yeah.
assistant. Like
For sure.
yeah, head coach. Nah, that do
We'll
nothing.
see.
But
But to sum it all up and bring it all home and to a conclusion. But seeing a coach as a human, that don't make them weak. That don't make you as a parent or a player, a person that's giving them excuses or anything like that. We all got to see each other as human. And now we still hold each other accountable. Like I said, we do, like I said, we're not getting excuses, but we have to see each other as humans. You know what I mean?
Don't forget that. That's the main thing.
Yeah. But hey, man, I'm happy people rocking with us. I'm happy for what we got going, what we got going in the back that y'all don't know about yet. Just keep rocking with us, and you gonna see what we got coming for you.
Type shit.
But hey, man, if you got anything from this episode or any other episode that we've done, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all of our social medias.
It's simple, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a click of a button. That's all you gotta do.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
That's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's all we got for you for right now.
Hold on, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Stay right there. Stay right there. Before we roll the credits. Look, a couple things before we go. All right. First, don't forget the Mississippi Black Creators Podcast Summit is going to be July the 18th. And it's in right here. Yep, bam. And it's right in there. Oxford, Mississippi. And it's your chance. Yeah, Oxford. Oxford. And then the second thing we got for y'all, for players who want to take their game to the next level, our Hoops and Headspace Academy is focused on the mental side of basketball. And it focuses on confidence, handling pressure, and staying sharp on the court. It's virtual, and that full academy is going to open this summer. So be looking out for that information, those reviews and stuff from the pilot group, so you can get ready to be in that summer group. So now, we thank you for tuning in. We're going to see y'all at that summit, and we also going to see y'all in that academy. You know what I'm saying? So they can watch these credits and we can go on. We'll holler at y'all. You feel me? Open up the episode. Let's go.
This is Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host, Tae.
And we up out of here, man.
Get out of here, man.
For sure.